Bridges are great exercises, and really the objective of a good bridge is to keep the spine and the pelvis stable while you're moving the hips. And that's really what we're trying to do in most every functional activity. Let the spine be stable and let those hips move. So a good fundamental bridge is a way to start. But let's do a leg lock bridge so we can ensure that you're not getting any motion from the spine. And we're going to go through a little progression of how you can start easy with the bridge and work to a little bit harder bridge. So now I'm going to get Sam to bring that leg up, and he's going to place his hand right on his belly. So by placing that hand on his belly and then pulling that leg up, this is going to ensure he keeps this hip flexed, and by keeping this hip flexed, it can eliminate a lot of spinal motion. The opposite hand is going to grab between his thigh and his calf. Now he's going to bring this leg up, so now this is what we call a single leg or leg lock bridge. And now all Sam's got to do is bridge up, take that butt off the ground and come back down, making sure that he maintains contact between his thigh and his hand right here. So this is our lower level progression. He's really passively holding this leg up. How do we progress from here? Well, let's make it a little bit more difficult. Let's remove this hand. So now he's got to actively flex this hip, which automatically makes it a little bit more difficult. So now go ahead and bridge up again. Again, the key component, keeping that thigh up. And let's make sure this knee doesn't kick out. We got to keep that knee in line. Don't let it kick out. So you really got to do that. This is another progression. How can we make this more difficult? Well, anytime you put your arms over your head. So I'm going to get Sam to take that arm. He's got a little bit more flexed in his shoulders. Now as he does the bridge, he's still got to keep this hip flexed, but by putting your arms over your head, it's putting a little bit more stress on his pelvis. So now it forces him to engage this lumbopelvic area a little bit more by putting his arms in this up position as he does it. So start lower level, passively flex the hip, then move it active, and then get the upper body involved a little bit. Last thing we can do, take this foot, bring it up. So now he's working on his posterior chain flexibility, got to keep this knee tucked in, still really challenging that lumbopelvic area while we're working on this scissored hip position. So try these progressions out when you're doing the bridge, really making sure you're avoiding that lumbopelvic motion. Hey, if you like this video, check this one out.